Nevada Bob's Discount Golf Store is having a 3-hour sale, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday. Every item in the store will be 20% off. Hurry to Nevada Bob's.
Good evening, I'm Tracy Berry. Coming up on News 8 at 11, the world watches Israel tonight to see how that country will respond to the latest Iraqi Scud missile attack. We'll have the latest, plus reaction from Portland's Jewish community. Join us for News 8 at 11.
Being at the receiving end of a missile attack, very exciting, very dramatic, no doubt about it.
If Walter Cronkite says it, that's the way it is. This is Entertainment Tonight for Tuesday, January 22nd, 1991.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh.
And I'm Mary Hart. Like millions of other Americans, Walter Cronkite has been watching lots of television lately. So what does the dean of TV anchormen and the most trusted man in the nation think about TV's war coverage?
It is a day this reporter cannot forget.
Walter Cronkite covered America at war from World War II to Vietnam. So far, he gives the coverage of this war high marks.
I think that the networks, and that includes CNN, and even the independents are doing a splendid job with what they have to work with.
Hello, New York. This is Saudi Arabia. This is not a drill.
What Cronkite is most impressed with is the live coverage.
I mean, this kind of thing of being at the receiving end of a missile attack, very exciting, very dramatic, no doubt about it.
Don't open the window, if you would, please. Go ahead.
And Cronkite says he finds the live moments compelling, even if they're away from the action, like CNN's camera in Jerusalem when Tel Aviv was first attacked.
Having that camera in their bureau in Jerusalem, with the obvious excitement of the staff in Jerusalem and the person who was in charge, the question of whether to open the window, not open the window, whether to put on the gas mask or not, all of this was high drama. I thought it was very interesting.
But Cronkite says the live coverage will not continue if there's a ground war. He says the military will not allow it, and rightfully so.
Those signals by satellite can be intercepted by the other side, and you've got this ultimate picture of the commander of the Iraqi troops sitting a mile behind the lines with a television monitor in front of him watching American network transmissions from the front, and he can gauge his battle plan accordingly. I don't see where you can do that.
But the ground war will be covered, he thinks, just like any other. He says the images will be delayed, and the net result is less censorship.
We will see the same pictures 24 hours later, 36 hours later, under some censorship, but there will not be the same compulsion for censorship on the part of the military as there would be if we were live from the battlefront.
And Walter Cronkite should know, as we said, he was a United Press correspondent covering World War II in Europe, and he covered the Vietnam War as anchorman for CBS.
Television and movies are two of the nation's main forms of entertainment, of course. Television has been covering the Mideast War since its beginnings last Wednesday. Now the movies are entering the fray. Hollywood goes to war. Our inside story for today. Those missiles launched in the Middle East have already launched a response from Hollywood. Movies in the works on the Mideast conflict include Desert Shield, starring Rob Lowe, Ministry of Vengeance, about Middle Eastern terrorists, already out on home video, and a movie which was titled Shield of Honor. Its producer has raced to change that title to Desert Storm.
I think there has been something of a race to get the title. I think two other companies have announced similar plans. We, of course, have a certain advantage because we have a picture halfway finished shooting, so we feel we're in the driver's seat here.
An Air Force media consultant whose office reviews Hollywood projects depicting the military says that even before the Persian Gulf crisis turned into war, movie interest in the region had proliferated.
We have noticed in the past months that we've been getting a number of new scripts, some dealing with the Mideast.
Horning says the Middle East conflict offers a new vision of modern war, which may prove irresistible for Hollywood, the high-tech nature of the weaponry.
I think it shows the American people the result of their tax dollars being spent, the training that we've been involved in for years, the new high-tech weapons that we are using today. And so for all those reasons, I think it's excellent fodder, if you will, for motion pictures.
But war has long been a staple of the movie industry. Historically, Hollywood's knee-jerk reaction to war has been one of patriotism. The Heart of Humanity, made in 1918 as World War I still raged on, depicted the German enemy as an amoral beast. But by 1930, Hollywood's view of the same war had become more circumspect. That year's Best Picture Oscar winner, All Quiet on the Western Front, starred Lou Ayres as a young German whose romantic notion of war became tarnished.
You still think it's beautiful and sweet to die for your country, don't you? Well, we used to think you knew. The first bombardment taught us better. When it comes to dying for your country, it's better not to die at all.
It made people realize that the people who are involved on the other side have the same values, the same hungers, the same ideals, the same kind of thoughts as we do.
After the outbreak of fighting in World War II, Irving Berlin's 1943 musical, This Is the Army, sang the praises of America's war effort. But as early as 1945, Hollywood fare, like A Walk in the Sun, took a more realistic view of the World War II GI.
You know who you're fighting? They never told me.
The Korean conflict brought more images of war out of Hollywood. The steel helmets made during the war in 1951 offered a gritty realism.
Dead man's nothing but a corpse. Nobody cares who he is now.
Vietnam proved problematic for Hollywood. The Green Berets, made in 1968 and starring John Wayne, served up a patriotic message. But hindsight brought a more thoughtful response to Vietnam. Oliver Stone's 1986 Best Picture Oscar winner, Platoon, brutally depicted the horror of war.
The simplest way to put it is simply to say, look, this is the way war is. Look at it. Remember. Remember. Don't let this happen again.
Those new Mideast war movies are scheduled to start hitting theaters this summer. On our Inside Story tomorrow, drinking and painkillers nearly cost sportscaster Pat Summerall his life.
One of the doctors said it's like you just took a gun and shot your stomach and just filled it full of holes.
Pat Summerall calls the play-by-play of the fight of his life. The Inside Story tomorrow here on Entertainment Tonight.
Coming up next, the top commercials of 1990, plus the top box office star of the past year makes her mark on Gentleman's Quarterly. And later, Paul Revere rides again in a special report from the Hart Files.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2 dirty socks, oh my, oh me. Let's wash this one with Clorox bleach. This dirty sock, let's take it home and wash it too in detergent alone. Now look at those socks, see what we mean. There's only one way to get Clorox clean.
Clorox liquid bleach cleans and whitens better than any detergent. No detergent alone cleans and whitens better. Clorox gets out the dirt detergents leave behind.
There's only one way to get Clorox clean.
It's Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock. Get out of bed and do the cinnamon roll rock. Let's go. Mama, let's cinnamon roll rock. Let your family know that you love them a lot. Drive real wild with a cinnamon roll rock. Let the cinnamon and that icing on top. Get them out of bed, cinnamon roll rock. Yeah, Mama. You mean Mrs. Wilson? Nothing says loving like my cinnamon rolls.
Every year, people compete in the Winter Games. There's the chain drop, the lift and tow, the hat toss, and plenty of sideline activity. But the Subaru Legacy lets you play the game differently. It's got four-wheel drive for added traction and anti-lock brakes for more controlled stuff. And because it's the lowest-priced car with four-wheel drive and anti-lock brakes, this is the only winter game you'll compete in.
Check out all the Subaru savings at the Portland Auto Show, January 22nd through the 27th.
Les Miserables. From the first note to the last tear, it has thrilled audiences the world over. The music soars, the story enchants, the production dazzles, and you can see it now. Les Miserables, the world's most popular musical. Come find out why.
Tickets are on sale now for Les Mis at the PCPA box office and all G.I. Joe's Ticketmaster outlets. Charged by phone, 248-4496.
Tough times over the past months caused the normally flamboyant and always competitive commercial wars to turn conservative in 1990. And as advertisers took a long, hard look at what they put on the air, viewers had to think long and hard to remember the best.
Rock and roll is okay, but I prefer rap.
In the commercial world, it seems most people prefer Pepsi. Its commercials ranked #1 among the 24,000 Americans polled by Video Storyboard Incorporated.
What is he doing here? I thought this was another Bono's commercial.
Many popular theme ads were reused in 1990, like this Just Do It slogan, which brought Nike second place. The Energizer Bunny hopped into third place with its ad, which is still marching on from last year. And Coke came in fourth place with an updated version of its famous Hilltop campaign. McDonald's put aside 1989's heartwarming ads and featured celebrities like Patti LaBelle peddling burgers, which dropped them from the #1 spot to #5. And Little Caesars went to the dogs with its ads coming in at #6.
2 pizzas with 10 toppings for $9.99? That's impossible.
Anything's possible. I taught my dog to say I love you.
Miller Lite used former football greats Randy White and Joe Klecko to move into 7th place. The California Raisins continued their Motown entertainment in the 8th spot. And Budweiser dumped Spuds McKenzie for this instant party on wheels and came up in 9th place.
You don't see it, you feel it.
And if you blink, you'll miss it. The makers of Infiniti rounded out the top 10 with this unique ad with a very brief look at the actual car.
The Q45 luxury sedan from Infiniti.
Ironically, the highest-scoring new commercial of 1990 was pulled off the air by its own company. Reebok bowed to public pressure and stopped running the spot you see behind me that showed 2 guys bungee jumping off a bridge with only the guy wearing Reeboks surviving.
Not only did Julia Roberts outdraw all other female stars at the box office last year, she beat all the men, too. So why stop there? When Roberts invades the pages of Gentleman's Quarterly next month, she'll have history about covered. Hollywood's rising star, Julia Roberts, is the first woman to grace the cover of GQ without the help of a leading man.
It was their choice at Gentleman's Quarterly to obviously make this, to come up with this idea that they wanted a woman on the cover, and they asked me to do it. Maybe it's because I wear a lot of men's clothes. I don't know.
In choosing Roberts for the cover, GQ compared her classic beauty to that of Greta Garbo.
I was quite flattered. I wouldn't mind looking like Greta Garbo, I'll tell you that.
While she may have been flattered to be chosen for GQ, Julia doesn't take her looks as seriously as you might think.
I think it's more a person's character and their priorities and the way that they project themselves and what they have to offer as a person as opposed to what you have to look at.
Roberts' new thriller, Sleeping with the Enemy, will be out in theaters long before her Golden Globe for Pretty Woman has a chance to collect dust on her mantle. But her success doesn't diminish the thrill of stargazing.
I mean, it's neat for me to sit and kind of look around at all the people that I think are so wonderful to watch, you know. And because it's small and everyone's sort of close together, you can sort of see everyone. And everyone's sort of facing different directions, so you kind of look around and there's these people and it's kind of neat.
Roberts sort of dabbled in modeling before she ended up acting, but even the most successful female models in the world haven't appeared on the cover of GQ.
Her lush lips and gorgeous smile make Julia Roberts a high-fashion standout, but some modeling agencies see the start of a different trend. There's a new group of models being catered to, and they all have a common thread. They have a look that sets them apart.
I was always considered the most ugly daughter in the family.
I'm amazed when they want to use me.
I'm glad there's a trend in ethnic and exotic models.
The newest trend in fashion modeling is for the real look, an ethnic look, even a flawed look. Omar runs a modeling agency that is a pioneer in finding offbeat-looking models.
There's people that are skinny that are attractive. There are people that are short that are attractive. There's people who have a crooked nose that are very attractive.
Hi, Kefri. How are you?
18-year-old Kefri is as hot as they come now. African, Cherokee, Irish, German, and Polish. She once thought there would be no place for her in high fashion.
I grew up and I would look at Barbie dolls and I look at billboards and stuff, and I didn't look anything like those. I never will. I never have. And I never thought. I was like, oh, you know, I'm ugly and I'll never look like that. I can never model. But now it's not like that anymore. Looking at the before, stay tuned for the after.
Even an American-born model like New Orleans' Jamie Lilly has benefited from the trend towards an everyday look. When she first broke in, plastic surgery was suggested.
Having not changed the way that I look or the way that I think in order to fit the mold of the quote-unquote model,
I'd hope to think that I could last a little bit longer because I have stayed a bit real.
The trend towards real faces and ethnic looks is also working for men. Reaping the benefits are models like Egyptian-born Grant Ibrahim and Sean Dugan, who says his rough appearance and tattoos make him stand out.
People have been pointed out, and I said, you right there with the tattoo. I know you. I want to use you for different things because that happened to me in Paris. I thought, maybe I got drunk and did something to this girl, but she was a photographer who'd been looking for me, so.
Perhaps the dean of male models with real faces is Todd Gordon, who has his own philosophy about why the trend is successful.
People in America, there's so many different people. And I think the majority is not this blonde-haired, good, blue-eyed guy. They're the ugly people like me.
Gurmit, born in Singapore of Indian descent, was the recent sensation at the Yves Saint Laurent show, and Gurmit says no matter what the look, there is a secret to being a successful model.
I don't think a photographer can do much with just a beautiful face in front of the camera. If she's a dead fish.
Gurmit also has my favorite name of any model I've ever heard of. It pays to look different, according to reports, up to $100,000 a year for starters.
Skiing Magazine is in the process of modeling its new calendar and video for the public and is heating things up with a celebration of the girls of winter. In New York, skier Susie Chaffee posed with Skiing Magazine's Girls of Winter at a party to celebrate the winners of a national search for the country's prettiest ski bunnies.
The intent is to really spotlight the beautiful women of skiing who ski beautifully.
At the Sundance Institute in Park City, Utah, Robert Redford held a press conference for the Sundance Film Festival designed to showcase the work of independent filmmakers.
I like to think that the more audiences can become aware of what's out there, the more they'll ask for it.
In New York City, Ruby Dee and Cicely Tyson were among the celebrities paying tribute to award-winning photographer, filmmaker, composer, and author Gordon Parks.
It's just sort of fulfilling to know that people did care and that I've touched people.
Also in New York, Willie Mays and Morgan Freeman were honored by the Congress of Racial Equality in the name of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Anytime you can be attached to anything that has something to do with the greatest of our national heroes, you feel yourself elevated.
Coming up next, ride down memory lane with Paul Revere.
Five, six, seven, and come on, you can do it. 6, 7, again, 6, 7, 8.
After making it on Broadway, some of the finest entertainers around go off-Broadway. They appear on the pleasure ships of Norwegian Cruise Line. No other cruise line offers such entertainment. Norwegian Cruise Line, the best vacation you've ever had. Plus,
life gets more complicated all the time, which is why Security Pacific simplifies your banking with no per-check charges, Saturday hours, and 24-hour banking over the phone. Sometimes all you need to make life simpler is a little perspective. Introducing Simply Better Checking, only from Security Pacific. Simply better.
What are you doing?
Phantom of the Opera by Ken Hill.
I did it, I promise.
Live on stage.
I sang Marguerite for you one last time.
At last, the Phantom has arrived. Ken Hill's original production of Phantom of the Opera.
Chandelier! No, get away from that!
Phantom.
I did see it again. I thought it was wonderful.
The Phantom comes to Civic Auditorium. Tickets on sale now at the Performing Arts box office and all G.I. Joe's Ticketmaster locations.
Hey, is it true?
Could it possibly be true?
Is it true?
Yes, it's true. The new Payless coupon book is in the mail, and the race is on to Payless Drugstore for bargains galore. Choose Ultra Slim Fast, nutritionally balanced weight loss formula. Any flavor, just $5.49. Handy-sized Duraflame logs burn up to 3 hours, just 99 cents each with coupon. Sale ends soon, so hurry in and beat the crowds.
Today's Heart File turns back the clock to the 60s when groups like Paul Revere and the Raiders were at the top of the charts. They had 4 gold albums and even their own TV series. Paul Revere, which is, by the way, his real name, started it all in his Boise, Idaho living room when he was just a teenager.
just keeps getting harder to find, and all your kids ain't bringing you peace of mind.
That's Paul playing keyboards back in 1966 when Kicks was the first big hit for Paul Revere and the Raiders.
It was a good song. I don't know how many people actually listened to the lyrics of the song, but it was an anti-drug song during a time in the mid-'60s when being anti-drug was not cool.
Fast forward 25 years to Reno, Nevada, where Paul now owns part of a giant jukebox of a club. It's called Kicks, of course.
All right, all right.
He's turned the place into sort of a rock and roll scrapbook.
Whoa, there's way back. We're talking way back. Look at this. You just step in this club and bingo, you are back in the 60s. You feel better, you're younger, you feel good, and I liked it.
Pays the rent!
You wouldn't guess by looking at him, but Paul has just turned 53. He says the music has kept him young in kind of a time warp. He still loves to perform, and he's on the road most of the year with a new and improved version of the Raiders.
My function in life is to make people rock and laugh and dance and jump and holler.
While the adoring teenagers of his youth may be gone and the lucrative contracts a part of the past, Paul and his wife Sydney are enjoying life more than ever.
It's even more fun now because there's no pressure. We don't have another hit record. You know, we're dead. I haven't had a hit record in 20 years and it hasn't slowed us down. so everything's fine.
Obviously very happy still. Paul's partner in the club is singer Bill Medley of Righteous Brothers fame, and they hope to expand with other clubs and become, as Paul says, the McDonald's of rock and roll. And that's an update from the Heart File.
Paul Revere and other rock musicians of the 1960s sounded a call for revolution and launched a major social, political, and cultural upheaval. While many like to talk about the 60s, few efforts have been made to make sense of them. But a new 6-hour PBS series examining how those times shaped the world today is now airing. Making Sense of the 60s uses documentary news footage to probe the forces that transformed America as hippies cropped up and the country debated the war in Vietnam. People who took part are interviewed for their personal perspectives of the time, some who gave up traditional homes for group living in communes.
I remember boxing up my pillbox hats and my white gloves and taking down a big box of things down to the Goodwill and dumping them.
For others, painful memories still remain, like the killing of student protesters by National Guardsmen at Kent State.
The thought that the American culture itself said just as you can kill people abroad, you can kill them in the United States. It was almost too great to bear.
We went into the streets and we said that we understand who the enemy is and that we're going to attack the enemy.
And there are those who can never forget the terror of anti-war radicals who killed a student when they bombed a building at the University of Wisconsin.
I was very upset by that. And, in fact, got into an argument with somebody the next morning, and I said, let's go down to the student union, and I will bet you $50 that within 5 minutes we will be able to find someone who will argue that that kid deserved to die because he was in that building. And I won that $50 because that was the culture of that time.
Making Sense of the 60s took 3 years to produce, and along the way, hundreds of interviews were conducted and more than 1,300 movies and TV shows studied. The series continues on PBS tonight and concludes tomorrow night.
I'm about to say a 4-letter word. Perm. If you've ever had a bad one, you know what I'm talking about. At Perfect Look, we've selected the finest, most advanced perms available today. But no amount of science can take the place of good judgment. Perfect Look knows this, and we want your next perm to be the very best perm you've ever had. One that's been formulated for your kind of hair. That takes good judgment, and that doesn't come in a box.
Savings now at Perfect Look during our perm sale.
Plan your beautiful wedding at one place, the Portland Bridal Show. It's the bride's bridal show with everything to make your special day all you want it to be. Experience the latest in designer gowns and wedding-related services from over 75 quality exhibitors. You can even win a romantic Oregon resort getaway for two, only at the Portland Bridal Show, January 26th and 27th at the Memorial Coliseum, where beautiful weddings begin.
and power tools.
The sun creeps up. The day away. Start
Some things were never meant to go together. Other things always were, like the tastes of new Combo snacks. Creamy cheddar cheese and crunchy crackers. Only Combos combines two tastes that were meant for each other. That's why Combos is the one snack that's twice as good.
From Thanksgiving to New Year's, Channel 8 spotlights the hazards of drinking and driving with our annual No Thanks I'm Driving campaign. With the help of Safeway, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, and over 200 restaurants, designated drivers picked up nearly 34,000 No Thanks buttons. And 3,500 of you learned how to celebrate sober with Channel 8 Sober Spirits brochures. Now, does all this make a difference? If it helps keep just one drunk driver off the roads, we think there's living proof.
Production assistance furnished by MasterCard, the card that's accepted at over 8 million places. No wonder no card helps you master more moments than MasterCard.
Celebrating a birthday today, actress Linda Blair turns 32. Actor John Hurt is 51. Actor Bill Bixby turns 57. Actress Piper Laurie, 59. And actress Ann Southern is 82.
We have a piece on our show about a gentleman we have both worked with, a man who is certainly a gentleman and is one of the most talented broadcasters in the business, Pat Summerall. He has covered lots of comebacks in the world of sports, and on our show tomorrow, he's going to tell about his own comeback from a brush with death.
You know, some people feel music helps to make problems disappear, and the rock group INXS has a song about that, climbing the charts right now. It is called Disappear, and as we do just that, here it is.
Enjoy. We'll see you.
Take a tour of Oregon wineries next on Good Evening. Then at 8, Matlock takes a trip to jail in a special 2-hour episode, followed by In the Heat of the Night, tonight at 10 on Channel 8.
On the next Good Evening, is your car insurance